Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Huh? Game? Oh! A random thumbnail. We're alive? Excellent. I haven't checked in a while. What? Now that's just greedy. Oh. When are you gonna play Deltarune Chapter 2? I feel like that kind of just came out of nowhere. Did you guys expect an update soon? Yeah. I noticed someone posting about Deltarune and I thought it was just like a meme, and then 2 days later people were like, oh, it's here. Yeah. I haven't even played the first Deltarune. Yeah. I guess I technically have Undertale on my channels as like an actual Let's Play. So I could record and post Deltarune as a Let's Play, but it took so much editing. That's if I get the time to play it. Ooh. Hmm? That's what happens when you listen to a single song for an hour or more. What song is playing your head right now, Lyra? That would be so funny. Apparently, you're not being picked up.
There's stream thing. Boop, boop, boop. I think that worked. I think my stream, like OBS, is like the magical way I play Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah?
Where if I open it without the controllers connected, it resets the settings. But not,
Oh, wow.
not like all the settings, like the Game Boy Advance player does reset all the settings, but like it since the mic isn't plugged in, it's no longer the little what's it called? Source, the the audio source for my mic is no longer hooked up to my mic because
Oh.
it wasn't. It was like, oh, the thing we were hooked up to there. The thing we were hooked up to is no longer there. So now we'll just have nothing.
No. Guess I'll die.
I never get tongue-tied, by the way.
Smooth as butter.
As I slide across the floor and slam into the wall. Oops. Sarah, why didn't you tell me that I messed up?
I was too embarrassed of you.
I see how it is. I'm just too embarrassing for you. My Tumblr blog
I wonder.
is in shambles.
Your Tumblr blog?
Yeah.
What happened there?
I got too lazy to queue stuff.
Uh-huh.
So once all the comics I queued up finished being thrown out, people only got the stream stuff. And on top of that, I also generally what do I generally do? I generally delete the notifications.
Aw.
Because I don't want to just be cluttered up with like the same 3 pictures.
Yeah.
Which I successfully do on Twitter. But not Tumblr. Partially because there's probably like weeks upon weeks of it. I'm not sure I've done that since I started Metroid. Whee. There's Super Metroid. There's Samus Returns.
Javier's like zero embarrassed of someone. I don't like what he's implying. Tail says, see, this is why I'm Lyra's best friend.
That actually perfectly lines up with it. Yeah, the last time, the first step, I can't talk today. I hope you guys are ready for Zero to do all the talking, because I can't apparently.
Oh dear. I like how I read Tails's chat, which said, see, this is why I'm Lyra's best friend, and you immediately said, ah, I see, that's why it lines up. It lines up perfectly.
Ah, I can't believe that Tails is indeed my best friend.
It lines up perfectly.
All the data adds up.
When you asked what do I generally do, Tails offered be gay.
You raise a fair point. What am I doing?
Being gay? Are you closing all of your windows so that you can open your game?
No, I've already done that.
Oh.
Oh, now I remember.
Oh, wonderful.
Throwing the link at Jack. Where's Jack? I've talked
Hit
to
the
too many people
road,
today.
Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. I don't know any other part of that song.
Same.
Kale says, you heard it here, folks. I am Lyra's best friend. OMG, I just did that. If you could do a certain voice, what would you do? What would you pick? I like really admire how Aaron from Game Grumps can just pull out a robot voice. His like robot voice is spot on. I would obviously want to try doing to be able to do a pirate voice on command.
Pinkie
Though
Pie
barring
voice.
that, a Kermit voice is not bad.
I pick a Pinkie Pie voice.
Pinkie Pie.
I like the, as Tails put it, being able to talk as fast as possible while still being understandable.
Oh man, that
But
is a good way to describe Pinkie Pie. Also, just like being able to have your thoughts flow fast enough to keep up with the speed of talk.
exactly. You're picking up what I'm throwing down.
Pinkie Pie.
I love pie.
Of the pink variety?
Yeah. I can hear the gears and zeros head turning as she tries to think of a pink pie.
Rhubarb. Strawberry rhubarb.
She did it.
I did it. That's just being Californian. Apparently we're known for talking fast, says Tails. I can buy that. Pinkie Pie from California. Isn't there like a pony song that's like California girls? But it's like
Equestrian girls were kind of magical.
yeah.
Don't ask why I can sing it.
Is there like you know how like Warrior Cats has a very specific naming convention? Is there like a naming convention for pony names? Because there always seem to be something about pony names that makes them sound or feel like pony names, but I can't quite nail down what it is.
Kind of, but also not. Not. There's a way to easily do it, but also it doesn't need to follow it. Usually it comes in doubles. Fluttershy, Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash. But also it doesn't have to. Like, Rarity.
Right. Right. It's like those ones that break the convention that like confuse me. A lot of them also have like 2-syllable and then 1-syllable. Like Pinkie, Pie, Flutter, Shy.
I wonder if some of that was on purpose, because all of the main cast, except for Twilight Sparkle, is 3. Twilight is 4, and everyone else is 3. Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Applejack, Apple Bloom, Scootaloo, Sweetie Belle. I don't know who I missed. When is the Apple Bloom episode?
Is it in season 1?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Like where we are by the end of season 1, Apple Bloom and her 2 friends are at least secondary characters.
Oh, okay.
But where we are, they're more like background characters. They're barely more than background characters. Well, actually, if her friends have even shown up at all, they are background characters, and I don't think they have shown up at all. So it's only Apple Bloom right now. Like episode 8. Are we on episode like 7? Wasn't it? What's it?
I can probably look it up. I might have it still on my tab. Why does my computer keep going to sleep?
Oh, it's just the mood right now.
Not going to sleep, it like completely turns off when I like close the display.
Still the mood.
um Yeah, we just finished episode 7.
Oh, right.
The next episode is called Look Before You Sleep, which sounds like a horror movie.
Let's look before you sleep. Oh! Is that the one that makes everyone do the shipping?
That sounds terrifying. Is it actually a horror movie?
So yes, it is the one that makes everyone do the shipping.
Nice.
I've grown rusty in my old age. I used to know every season 1 episode in order.
Imagine growing rusty in your old age and not just being born rusty.
So, the game is on, guys.
Hooray!
Red and teal have been slaughtered. I think I told
did it.
Zero this, but I didn't tell anyone else this. Apparently green is not Landrew, rather than the other person who wants to smite Landrew.
Wait. Who did we decide was who?
What?
Who did we like figure was who? Like, we originally thought Red was Magnus, but then we were like, Magnus is probably teal because he keeps coming out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So was Landrew red?
No, Landrew is the person we haven't really seen at all. Blue.
Blue. That's a 4th color.
Yeah. Like, I was smiting teal and red, and I was just playing. I was just doodle bopping along, not really paying attention because two players were still like rolling by on the end of turn wait screen. But after a few turns, I noticed neither of those are red. So apparently I missed the that was after Red tried to I beat Red, like there was a hero running around still, but when I beat him, apparently it gave me a thing saying Red has been vanquished that I missed.
Oh. I guess technically there was 2 other people that said they were gonna go after Landrew, so it makes sense that there were 4.
I bet players. I bet this was intended to be the last scenario at one point.
There.
There's like it's so hard. There's so many people to juggle that kind of feel a little forced into the story almost.
They were just like shoehorned in.
As especially as like people to fight. Like we don't really have much of a reason to fight them. The same way as Magnus and Landrew.
You don't really have a reason to fight them at all. They actually don't have a reason to fight you. You have a reason to fight them because you believe in Landrew and don't want them to slaughter him, but they would have been like for them to draw arms against you, like they're really against Landrew. that they would turn against their own queen in order to fight him, which they're fighting him because he turned against you.
Don't.
So
You're starting to use that logic thing, Zero. Also, don't pay attention to how many halflings I have. I,
I
I
almost fell out of my seat.
I have a lot of army.
You have a lot of little guys.
I love everything, honestly.
Yeah, for real. Well, rip green, I guess.
He's about to be feeling green.
It's not easy being green.
Hey.
Hey.
Title drop.
Yeah.
It's almost.
Wait, so after we defeat green, do we have to like hunt down blue then?
Yep.
Or are we protecting blue?
We have to hunt down blue. Which is why
I thought the whole reason we were fighting red and green is because we didn't want them to fight blue.
That is. But we want to capture Landrew. While they just want his head on a platter.
If Landrew ends up being one of the heroes that you have to like gameplay kill, it's gonna make me really. Oh, neutral army. It's just pirates. It's just pirates. This is like a patch of cacti in the desert.
You know how it is. Ah. Green gonna feel green with
says
jealousy. Green
is gonna be feel green with jealousy.
I read it first. I made them cooler. Dead.
Okay.
Dead. 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 Slaughtered.
They were just peasants.
Oh, I should have thought that before becoming peasants. Oh, I just got punched.
Oh no. It literally was just a fist flying through the air. Javier doesn't like Jello. He's gonna lose a ton of limbs. Okay, I don't know if you've ever had like those layered Jellos, but there's always like a small layer of white Jello that's like firmer than the others, and that was always my favorite part. I want just like a Jello cake that's just that layer. I don't know why they always make it like the smallest bit. Maybe it's like gross if you have too much of it. Maybe by itself it doesn't have much flavor, so I would make like a thicker layer of that and then like a really thin layer of flavor on top. Is that
it's
who's
a quest.
talking? Is that the girl?
No.
From the outside, it appears to be a normal home, but when you enter, you find half a dozen old sailors sitting around on a bench drinking. To your surprise, it's a pub. You sit down and order a drink from the innkeeper. After an hour in the pub, you learn that one old sailor would like nothing better than to meet a beautiful queen. When I die and go before the Lady of the Waves, I'd like to be able to say I was kissed by a queen, the old man says. You're crazy. Why would some prissy queen want to kiss an old toothless geezer like you? Says another of the sailors. The old man points at his head and says, I still get some useful stuff up there. A man doesn't sail the sea for more than 50 years and learn nothing, does he? You wonder if he knows a way to land on Asp Island, and if a kiss from a queen of great arcane will do.
I don't like where it's going. And not only because that means the little scout army I sent out to hopefully lessen how long this was going to take didn't help at all. Because I need what's her face smote, slaughtered. How dare you? Disrespectful. That was the incorrect move. How dare you?
Imagine being the scout coming back. It's like, so if you could just like smooch that toothless geezer. You mean the bones?
I know.
Right there.
You come out here. I have a gift for you. Do you think they like their gift?
They better.
I spent so much on it.
Yeah.
Why couldn't I magic? Also, why are you walking out that to us? Like, I'm not complaining, but also, it seems like a poor decision, really.
You gave them a gift and they thought you were friendly. It's like the Trojan horse thing, except the horse was an attack.
A player green has been eliminated. I mean, apparently didn't get any plot for that one.
Oh. They were just not important.
Oh, I love these
Imagine
things.
being so unimportant, your death doesn't even give any plot. Hale says the gift of murder.
Wait a minute. Alright.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can we get to...
Huh.
Apparently I could have just teleported into green space all this time.
Oh! Great thing to find out right after you defeat green.
It's fine. I just have mild depression. It'll recover eventually. Do you have any boat summoning magic? Is summon boat even in this game?
I think there was one where you can just make a ship, or I think I read something about a ship when I was like reading about moves, right? Like magic.
Maybe.
I was like, these people can just make a whole ship.
There's a make a whole ship spell both before and after the... Oh. Just what I needed. Well, I hope everyone likes seeing what's run. Oh! Why are we always one step away from being able to land?
Because our first love is the sea. Man, my chair is so crunchy. I don't know if you heard that.
I did not.
Okay. Good. I just like leaned back and my chair just like made the crunchiest noise. A letter from Lady Miranda. Tharge says, handing me the note. What does it say? I don't know. I can't read. So I opened... I didn't read it. So I opened the letter and read aloud. My queen, Emilia Nighthaven of Great Arcane, I do not understand. Why do you imprison your loyal subjects while traitors like Lord Landrew run free? How can you do this? Has Landrew placed some sort of spell over you? Please let me help you, please. Lady Miranda. Tharge grumbles beneath his breath. What was that? I asked. There goes an ally, my queen. She would have done anything to help us fight this Landrew. That's exactly why I locked her up. She was sounding like a Karen. She's a danger to herself and to me. She feels righteous in her actions, which means Lord Landrew would never have a chance for a fair trial, and that isn't what Great Arcane is about. Feels righteous in her actions? What a Karen.
I feel like that almost goes against what she's been doing this whole time.
Huh.
Like with Landrew, she's like, oh, this guy's a scumbag. He's terrible. There's no way there could possibly be something else to explain his hoodlum behaviors. But with Emilia, she's like, oh, there must be something wrong. You never do this normally.
Is there a spell on you? What is going on with our kingdom?
Oh, good. More units that we don't need.
Hale says, sounds as crunchy as bones. Don't ask why I know how crunchy those sound. Also, hashtag lockup Karens.
Tail says I'm forgetting something, but I can't remember what I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Very important factors to consider. You're right, Tails. I have forgotten something. How many units are these still? I finally beat up some of the griffins that were over here and got to this purple tent, which granted us access to this cloud castle. Oh, lordy. Okay, that's why we're getting so many titans. Oh my god, look at how much money we have. 1,400,000.
What? We're rich. Stinking fat rich.
We make 17, almost 18,000 a turn for each treasury we have.
Amazing.
Oh, I was like, Red, what are you doing here? It's like, oh, the boats just have colors of flags. Ah.
Landrew.
I think I found where Landrew is hanging.
Is this actually Landrew?
I don't think so.
Oh no, it's Pervian.
Oh, let's get beat up. Oh no, that's prayer. I hate it.
Where?
Ah, so there went.
Lord have mercy.
Bonk. Pirates, go. Your only hope. Oh, I'm dead.
Rip.
So, he's now dead on the ground. And now he's in prison.
Javier says, lock up Karens and throw away the key.
Not the Santa Claus. See what we can see. Throw him in a prison and
Oh, I'm out of
throw
gems.
away the key.
I was like, how much can't I afford this? I have everything except gems. I don't have gems.
You don't have gems.
Now I have 70 gems because I have way more wood than I need. There we go. What's our 5th level spell here? The same as it was in the other place.
That's like the dumbest looking building. Why is it just like...
Are you questioning their hip mage architecture?
What is this cubism art?
Oh no, Blue's in a boat. We're gonna die.
No, Bluey!
I'm about to stop being blue. Whew. Ooh, I'm about to start feeling real blue. Closer or further?
Dale says, hey y'all, what if I got coffee right now? 6 p.m. latte time. Javier says, it'd be weird if you didn't have coffee right now, Tails. Tails says, a good point.
We're just used to it at this point. I've stirred Blue's anger, and now he's after me.
You rocked the boat. Don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat. Don't take the boat. Oh, wow. Huh? Now we're feeling green.
Does that go right into Red's area?
I thought you destroyed Red.
Well, what used to be Red's area.
Oh, okay.
Because Blue is in that area now.
Oh.
And I own the castle there, and I want Blue to not have that castle.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Blue's gonna take Red's castle? Is it gonna be Red versus Blue? Cal says, I miss my coffee maker. What happened to it? Did it get lost in the renovations?
Oh my god, we have 2 million gold now!
Huh. What is that little building with the stairs and it's like pouring red paint?
What?
You just walk past it.
Oh, I think that's a golem factory.
Oh. What is that red paint?
You can figure it out. Why is paint mirror literally the only 5th level spell there is for order? Or
Wait,
am I
what?
just getting really badly bullied?
What? What's the only 5th level spell you got for order?
Pain mirror.
Pain mirror.
Yeah.
What does that do?
Mirrors the pain.
Is that like...
I'm guessing it's like if you hurt this dude, you get hurt equally as bad.
Oh, that sucks. What?
Wait. No, like you cast down like one of your units, so anytime they get hit, whatever hit them.
Oh, then the person hitting them.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Oh, thank goodness we actually reached the boat.
Ooh, can
Well,
you
let's-
get...
We're here, let's go smooch an old man.
grody.
My mom says that all the time.
Oh no. Everyone's mouth dropped at the sight of you. Even in your travel clothes, they can tell by the crown resting on your head that you are royalty. Will someone get Queen Emilia Nighthaven of Great Arcane some wine? A dwarf in the back, one of your soldiers in the skies, announces.
I was like,
Okay.
I was like, what's with the full title? And then it's like one of your disguised soldiers in the back. I was like, that's what.
Yeah. Plants. That's how you do it. That's how you work the crowd. Immediately, the place comes to life as several of the men rush to find a wine bottle. One of them wipes some scum from a dirty glass, and another cleans one of the stools with his shirt sleeve. Thank you, you tell them all. Then you see the old sailor who wants to be kissed by a queen and says, "Good sir, can you help me? I need to know how to pass through the rocks around Asp Isle." "I'll draw you a map, my lady," he says, asking the others for paper and ink. Soon, he draws Asp Isle and places an X near the shore of the small island. "The rocks in this area are magic, my queen. You see, they're not real," the old sailor says. "Really? Illusions? How clever!" Then you bend forward and kiss the man squarely on the lips. "Thank you, good sir." The old man blushes as his friends stare in shock. Sometimes it's good to be queen. Did it have to be on the toothless old geezer's lips?
There we go. I don't know if anyone saw it, but there were rocks all the way around in this area, and now some of them are gone.
Oh. Magic. Magical.
Witchcraft. I should probably go tell his lackeys to not. They're just pirates all bound.
Cal says, "I miss my coffee maker. If I want coffee, I gotta go out and buy it instead of cheaply making my own.
What you gotta
My
do?
kitchen is unusable, so it's packed away. Been having to eat basically every meal out or warm up frozen food."
Oh, they seem very unconfident.
Cal says, "So like, are we not worried about being robbed? What with wearing royal jewels?
Oh, it's fine.
We have a whole army with us, right?"
Yeah. See, they think they're fine, but like they walk outside and suddenly they're surrounded by 1,200 halflings.
That's a lot of halflings. More than a shire can hold.
This teleport spell is really fun. Imagine having trouble with castles. Can't be me. I just tell you to get out here, and you do.
Yoink.
And now
I like how you always put them in a corner.
Yeah, just so they don't like try to beat us up. And let's oh hey, our friend is free.
Yay! Lactose.
Lactose.
Oh, no, it's called Lenceros. I thought the guy's name was that.
I
But
noticed
that's the
what you
place.
Alright, either way.
Also, when we started the stream, you had like 990 some halflings, and now you're at like 1200. So,
Yeah.
where do we keep finding these halflings? I guess at this point, it's basically like.
Don't say it. I know what you're thinking, and stop thinking it.
Did you know in the original Hobbit, Tolkien never really specifically said that they were just little people. So like some folks on the internet say they could have been like little animal things. Because a hobbit is just a little thing that lives in a hole in the ground. What if they were like little rabbit folk? Wouldn't that have been cute?
Would you like any rabbit folk?
Wouldn't that have been adorable if the Lord of the Rings and like Frodo was just a little bunny guy and like little Peter Rabbit in a waistcoat and Samwise, and they had like big furry feet, but like in terms of like they were just like really big floppy bunny feet. You gotta admit that's adorable. I've seen like illustrations online of people basically doing like Redwall style animal characters before Lord of the Rings. So like what if Lord of the Rings was in Redwall style, and it's really, really cute.
So where's the army that beat up this guy? Ah, fish.
Where, oh where?
A whole band of fish.
Play as a song. Oh, you're not gonna fight them.
You're like one dude. What? Would you like to run this by me again? It's literally just down here.
Oh my goodness. What, was that blocked off before?
No.
Okay.
Oh, red was not eliminated yet. They're just
Okay.
doing so little per turn that their bar was no longer showing up for me. Or at least it was just going by so fast I was missing it.
Did they just off themselves? Like what happened?
Ugh.
You didn't fight anyone and suddenly it was like red has been eliminated.
I think they did get themselves killed because I think it, oh.
You're gonna like walk off screen and there's gonna be a dead hero. As you approach the inn, you notice a commotion outside. A man screams that someone stole the food from his satchel. I demand justice! He shouts as you ride up. But sir, no one saw anything, the innkeeper said. I'm very sorry, but we've been having problems with a thief in these parts lately. We haven't been able to find him. I'd be more than willing to replace what has been stolen. I should say you will, the angry traveler yelled. You could at least warn us that thieves walk this land. Not thieves, sir, just one thief. You ride on, deciding not to get involved. What? After all that, it's just like, anyway. You're just that meme of the guy going, oh no, anyway. Kale says lactose. Is that what Eve calls Lunala?
A.
B.
C.
D.
G.
No, you failed. Go back to kindergarten.
Sometimes I feel like saying that to some customers.
Oh man. You should.
Our money is going crazy.
I wish my money was going crazy.
Sir?
Mm-hmm. Did that say Shallow Waters or Shadow Wars? Man, it's so hard when I have a biscotti right here and no milk or tea to go with it. Is this Landrew?
No.
Or oh no, this is the guy who like killed you earlier, right?
Yeah. I know exactly what to do to you.
Send the halflings. What's that? What happened?
I used mass slow.
If you could turn back time to the good old days.
Did you just unslow us? Or unslow yourself, that is.
Gotta go fast. I think Tails' messages are getting mixed up because she's like, hey, coffee, you know what else biscotti goes well with? And I'm just like, did you just call me coffee?
Hey, coffee. Oh, there we go.
There's only one thief in all the land. I'm sure that won't be important at all.
Of course not. What makes you think it'd be important? How dare you? You know what? You're going down. Or not. Why do you actually have a strong gear? That's probably illegal.
Man, are we
Ooh.
not gonna get to keep any of these halflings? I'm kind of attached to them now.
Oh, but they have stuff too.
Oh, nice. Look at all the stuff that we're getting right at the end of the campaign.
fine.
I mean, the scenario.
Oh, it's fine. No, we okay. You guys are excused. That was interesting. This is interesting.
Ooh, hydras.
Huzzah!
Huh?
That's just my battle cry as I threw lightning at the opponent.
Oh, okay.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Ugh. Oh no, there's a bug crawling around on my biscotti.
Is it bugging you?
It is! Time to turn on the bug zapper again. Gotta hang it up,
Perfect.
plug it in.
Oh, we didn't lose anyone. Oh!
Oh?
I've been saying all this time that I feel like it's really hard for Order people to get Chaos Magic, yet here it is.
Oh. You finally got chaos magic.
No,
General Tharge?
I just got the option for it. I didn't actually get it.
Oh, okay. It's like the end of the longest scenario, and you've only just got the option for basic. The guards have abandoned this prison, leaving the key to the door hanging on a hook just out of reach of the captive. Perhaps someone's cruel idea of a joke. Then you hear a cry from within the prison. Free me, and I will join you, Reed says.
Reed and now he's joined us.
Hello. The young, malnourished man can barely walk, but he insists on walking from his prison on his own power. He squints up at the blue sky, takes a deep breath, and then introduces himself as Reed, assistant to Lord Landrew. I thought I would die there, he says. You're safe now, I say. Oh, this is her. I say. No one is safe. Not anyone as long as the immortal king lives. What happened to Landrew and the rest? I ask. Reed takes a moment to summon the courage and strength to speak. I returned late from visiting my family, so it was all over by the time I rode into town. I saw my Lord Landrew standing stiff before our enemy, the genie known as Solimer. The genie was seated in a wagon, and standing in the back of the wagon was a giant pendulum with a massive crystal swinging back and forth. I sensed the powerful magic that was at work even from a great distance. Then I saw the death of my Lord's spirit. He became like a golem without a will of his own. So now I understand how such a loyal supporter could turn traitor. A powerful enchantment. I ran, Reed says guiltily. I turned and ran instead of attempting to save him. I am a coward. I tried to comfort him, but the young servant won't hear any of it.
I feel like this probably should have come sooner.
I know, right? It's not even like we're encountering Landrew anyway, so like if we had saved this guy earlier, it would give us a reason to actually fight like the others. Oh look, we have a young malnourished boy on our team. I'm sure he'll be very helpful.
Man, it's sure. He's also level 1, so.
That's the malnourishment.
He's not actually level 1, it's just that he's so unfed.
Yeah.
That makes him weak.
Exactly.
And I believe you need him for stuff.
Huh?
I believe you need him for stuff in invading.
Are you saying it's an escort mission now?
Yeah.
Are you saying we're on a level 1 escort mission? I mean like an escort mission with like a level 1
Yeah.
escort.
Except he gets stronger and stuff, so.
Did you see the disrespect? The way our 1200 halflings like walked up was just so like the little people are just like, I own this place, and they walked up to the front of the line with I love it. I love our halflings. Why can't we keep them?
We'll get some more.
But it won't be these halflings.
Who are you?
The ones that just wouldn't die. They just kept sticking around.
So, under the unit name, it says, like, which faction they're from, like, life, death, chaos, order,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
But I misread it.
Oh.
So I right-clicked it, and it was like, 33 ballista lights.
What?
Light.
Oh! Oh my goodness. Wait, is light an element? I thought it was just life, chaos, order.
No, I misread it.
Yeah, but like, if you misread it as life, is that like an actual
No.
thing somewhere? Oh, okay.
I just
Derp.
Perish the thought. I'm gonna have Steven move to the back. Just in case the angels decide they're hungry for violence.
Mm.
It's so nice fighting all these life troops that don't have magic resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just teleport them all out effortlessly.
Yeah.
Or just make a pile of dead bodies in the corner.
Some life faction, am I right?
Hey!
They're more like not life pile. A pile of not life people. Anyway, I tried.
You made a solid attempt,
Uh,
I think. See, look, now he's 2 whole levels stronger.
Good job, Reed. Garrison.
Garrison?
Gary's son?
I think this is it. I think this gray gate doesn't let you pass it unless you have Reed on your
Reese
side.
with you. Gotcha. Though, usually the ones that, like, require you to have someone in your party would still give you, like, the prompts of, you have to have this person on your party, they say. And then you're like, I guess I should go get them. And then, like, you can immediately, like, get the follow-up.
Yeah, but that was this is, there are 2 kinds of gates. There's, like, the ones that, like, vanish. And then there's these, which are just, like, archways you can pass under.
Uh-huh.
And since this is just an archway you can pass under, there's no prompt for it. You just doodle bop on in.
Gotcha. That seems odd to me that you have like a full set like story section where you save Reed and then like the thing that requires him doesn't even have any prompt. Just like whatever.
Take this! And this! And you run to the back! And this! Okay.
The way you just run for safety.
And this! And this! The 1,200 halflings decided that it was their time. And that they were going to do the finishing blow.
They're so powerful now.
Glorious.
Excellent. I die on the spot too of 1,200 of anything threw rocks at me in succession.
Most people would die if they got 1,200 frogs thrown at them.
Oh
You're
man.
not attacked yet, so I'm gonna reduce your numbers as best I can.
So you got any plans for this weekend, Lyra?
You know. EAD crimes. Y'all need to stop shooting,
Shooting Annie?
shooting Annie?
Stop shooting my nanny.
Alas, we finally lost a noticeable amount of halflings.
Oh my goodness.
Now there's only 1,100 of them.
The number changed? Oh no. At what point do they just like look at your numbers and go like, give up? You have like 43 titans. How are they not just like, we surrender?
Because they're in their castle making their last stand. I'm gonna start throwing people in this corner. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
she came
coming.
out. Oh,
That's a bro move right there. Like that's a real bro. He's like, oh, you gonna pull my bro out and then try to unlife him? Well, I'm gonna come stand with them while you do that.
Oh, lordy.
The mage just like rocking back and forth up on his tower. He's not feeling too good. Wow, everyone's coming out.
Yeah, it's really odd.
This is a real party. Bug Scotty. Forgetfulness. I mastered that spell a long time ago.
That was the first spell I mastered. Oh, sweet.
Lyra, I looked away for 2 seconds and you lost half of our halflings.
Yeah, they actually like. Oh. Reed perished.
What? Oh no!
No, it's fine.
Do we lose?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm not even sure Kim dying is a lost condition. But even if it was, we're fighting a castle, so they're gonna immediately get back.
Okay.
He's alive! Oh.
Did you not notice them? Hiding behind there?
Oh. And you actually... Dang it. Try again. Maybe it was a fluke.
Oh,
Dang
okay.
it. I can't believe you're making me, but this man literally sent out his whole army and was like, use your bodies to shield me.
He literally got down and like squatted behind a tower to hide. He's like literally, oh my goodness. He just runs out, it's like, you got me, okay.
On the bright side, look at all these people we resurrected.
Nice. That's a lot of halflings that we...
Ooh,
Woohoo.
that's a lot of plot.
In focusing my attention on Lord Landrew, it brought me far away from the defense of Great Arcane. I could march my present army against the Immortal King, but the reports I am receiving state that Magnus's army is nearly 10 times larger than my own. And apparently, he has the full support of the people of Great Arcane. Have they abandoned me so quickly, or have they been enchanted like Lord Landrew's people? I watched with an ache in my heart as my soldiers march hundreds of people, farmers, craftsmen, and nobles alike, into makeshift prisons. The sounds of hammering and sawing fill the air as my dwarves hurry to construct more jails for the entire population of Landrew's land. Lord Landrew's land.
Oh, that's where his name comes from.
Lord Landrew, the land of Lord Landrew,
The land of
Landrew's
Drew,
land,
the land he
the
drew.
land that belongs to Landrew.
He drew the land. That's what I'm
Land of Lord Landrew. Bring him forward, I ordered Tharge. Lord Landrew, his hands bound behind his back, walks forward, but I see no sign of the man I once knew in his face. His eyes didn't look at me, but through me. There was no expression on his face, no anger, no fear. If he hadn't been standing in front of me breathing, I would have thought him dead. Have the mages had any luck? I asked Tharge. Tharge shakes his head and says, "This is not right. What has Magnus done to these people? Every single one of them is like this. Not just the soldiers. Even the golems don't react to anything. And they don't have brains. Take Landrew away, please. Lock him up with the others. But tell the guards to keep them all well fed. Treat them right. What's happened to them, it's not their fault, I command." "Sure, my queen," Tharge says. "But what do we do after that?" Hide. Regroup. As Tharge walks away with the blank-faced Lord Landrew, I lower my head into my hands and sigh. Is this what awaits us all? Zombification.
The music! Yay! We did it! Yay! Victory! Also voice acting.
Will there ever be peace? For as long as I have lived, and for as long as anyone knows, there have been wars. Even the gods fight each other. Conflict, anger, murder, hate. They are all as much a part of us as love and kindness. So, I ask you, is any price too high to obtain everlasting peace?
This is interesting.
Murder.
Find Emilia Nighthaven. It's the victory condition.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no. Is this Emilia?
No.
Okay. I take pen to paper now in these dark hours to record a horror that I am at least partially responsible for, and for which I want to sincerely apologize. I admit that my courage nearly faltered, even now, and I almost threw away this pen, but I happened to glance at the single candle I write by. Before my eyes, the tiny flame flickered and almost died, reminding me of the souls of the poor people of Arcania. Arcania? It's not Arcadia. I might have been reading that wrong.
Not Arcadia. What are we doing here? Not having Eve's daughter around.
I know, right? Capital of Great Arcane. We came to Great Arcane as a conquering army. For a moment, I felt proud of my master, for he succeeded where I had failed. But even then, my feelings were mixed. It was the crystal pendulum that bothered me. My master placed the rainbow crystal I rescued from the undead king Draga as the centerpiece for a great magical pendulum. And when he set it to spinning, any person who came within a certain distance of it fell under my master's will. Perhaps our long relationship is the only reason Magnus protects me from its sorcery, and now I betray that trust. I thought you were going to use this on the Red Dwarves only, I said. I have come to realize, Solimer, that I have been thinking too small. This crystal pendulum will finally bring a perfect peace to the world. Imagine that. Order for all, Gavin Magnus said. How? I asked. Come on. Haven't you noticed?
It draws away the will of any creature, including those who have none, and place them under my command. Free will, my old friend, is what brings chaos to this world. This way, there is only one will, mine, and with it will come a perfect, and because I am immortal, eternal peace.
Nothing was immune to the effects of the crystal pendulum. My master has become like a god. No force could stand up to him. He has won battles without spilling a drop of blood. He found Arcania's citizens ready to defend themselves, but there was no defense against the pendulum. Within seconds, they became his slaves, as I have been his slave all these centuries. So now I depart from my master for the first time since I made my oath. I shall serve you for as long as your feet walk this planet. I had... Oh, come on. Come on, stream. It's like suddenly got really blurry. I had promised hastily when Magnus freed me from my prison. I didn't know then that he was immortal. Oops! But the reckoning had brought both of us to a new world. I found it ironic that I gained my own freedom only after I helped my master enslave the world. Is he saying they went to a new world so it's no longer that planet?
Yeah.
Ah, I hope that I can rectify my mistakes. I shall leave this record in a secret place in case I fail, and please understand that I am deeply sorry for the role I played. Solimer Ibn Wali Barad. Okay, I thought it was like fine, like win condition, find Emilia and kill her. Oh, we're all by ourselves now. We've gone rogue.
Oh, we have expert resurrection with him.
Nice. A level 20 monk.
Slaughtered.
Oh no, the poor puppies.
See, that's why I skipped it. We couldn't watch something that gruesome.
Yeah, too bad you didn't have the option to tame them onto your side. Right?
Oh, hey.
They were my people, genies, but I still wondered which side they would support in the war for Great Arcane. They had taken an oath to uphold the order of Great Arcane, but who would lead them? Magnus, who wants to unify the world and bring it everlasting peace by taking away free will, or Emilia Nighthaven, who believes in a country capable of justice for all. I stepped inside the altar of wishes, alone and somber, and bent to one knee. The air split with the crack of lightning, and a dozen elder genies appeared before me. Name? Asked one. Solimer Ibn Wali Barad, I said, and then I came to my feet. I've come seeking your help.
We suspected as much, but the choice you ask us to make is a difficult one. On the one hand, no one before this day had the opportunity to bring peace to the world,
said another genie. But on the other hand, continued, a beautiful young female, that peace comes at a sacrifice. Are we prepared to surrender the self for peace? I took a step forward, my hands held palms upward in a pleading gesture. Have we become so cynical that we are ready to give up on ourselves?
Who says we cannot achieve peace and have free will? Will it not be that much sweeter if we do? I said. But what if you are wrong, Solimer Ibn Wali Barad? What if this is our last chance for peace? Said the eldest genie. Peace and order. A world with no war. No suffering. It seems so alien that I would barely imagine it. I could barely imagine it. But there was one thing I could picture. I could see the vibrant faces of people with exciting dreams for the future. I have seen those faces turn slack like a zombie as they became the mindless slaves of the crystal pendulum. That was Gavin Magnus's perfect world. What good is peace if we no longer have the will to appreciate it, or even realize that we have it? Do not call that peace. It is slavery. Slavery to our fears, and I will not be party to it. Will you? Perhaps my thunderous reply was disrespectful, but the faces of those poor humans were still fresh on my mind. The genies seemed to come to a mutual silent decision, and then the eldest stepped forward, taking my outstretched hands. We will help you where we can, said the eldest genie.
Oh, hey. And we skipped having to fight them.
Yay!
Because usually you have to beat some of them up to join them. I was like, is it gonna like have this big dramatic emotional scene that you're gonna have to beat some of them up?
Yeah, right?
But no, it skips right past that. You just have them join your team.
Well, we have to respect the elders. You can't just go around hitting them on the head.
They're quite fragile.
They're growing!
Which, in fairness, compared to Solmer, they are very fragile. Oh, I don't have it.
We respect them for their wisdom, not their strength. Oh no, are those the 6 elders?
Yeah.
What if they like die?
Remember I said sometimes the game gets you attached to what essentially just becomes normal units?
Yeah.
That's what happens if they die.
No.
Alone, I would not last a second against my former master, so I seek the ever-resourceful Emilia Nighthaven. She defeated me when I thought I had beaten her. Perhaps she can do the same against Magnus. Ever since my former master conquered Arcania, Emilia and the remnants of her army have been in hiding. The best information I have suggests she's in this region, but I can't be sure. Emilia has been raiding nearby supply lines, never killing the poor mindless soldiers who guard them. That's why I seek her. Even when she is at her lowest, she sticks to her beliefs. She gives me hope, but alone, her chance for victory is minuscule. I wonder what we can accomplish together. Woo! This is it. This is the revolution is upon us. Finally, we are stepping up and stepping out and doing what we think is right. So I guess ever since they came to this land, Solimer's just been following orders because he liked the guy.
Either that or he just never really thought of the technicality until he was like, I need to find a way out.
He just like assumed he couldn't disobey, and then he's like, what if I disobeyed? And then he found out he could. That's a likely story. He shows up at Emilia's and it's like, so when I asked you to surrender before, yes, I said I couldn't. And now you are disobeying your master because I just found out I could.
It's a
It's
Christmas
very
marathon.
convenient. Are you sure this isn't a trap or a trick to like get me to lower my guard?
I'm sure it's fine.
I've just been playing Mafia, and let me tell you, as like a villager, it's so stressful not knowing who you can trust, and like basically everyone becomes sus. You can't trust what anyone says. Why has my master? No, I am no longer his slave. I must remember that. But why has Gavin Magnus not come for me himself? I would have thought he'd be furious at my betrayal, but he seems unconcerned. Is he so confident in the power of the crystal pendulum that he fears nothing? And why shouldn't he be? He used a form of magic to create the pendulum that not even the eldest of my race can identify. The crystal pendulum is like poison. Without the identity of the poison, you can't administer the correct antidote. We are helpless, and I'm afraid Magnus knows it. Unfortunately, my former master is capable of great patience. He does not chase me because he knows I will return to try to defeat him, and he knows I will lose. Okay. The fact that the check button when you hover over it, it says okay. It's just like such a like the story could be like really dramatic, and then you as the player, you're just like okay. Like sure.
Seems legit.
Ooh, look! We have 26 halflings.
We
The
do.
the beginnings of our own army.
Look, a city. Now we can get even more.
A city.
So, if you fuse two halflings together, do you get a wholeling? I should probably be using Magic Fist. Yeah, that's some good spell. Don't you
Punch! Wow, that was a fast punch.
Isn't it great?
I'm used to the attacks like floating lazily across the screen. But that punch just like went new.
It's because we have Solar Warming.
Yeah.
There's nothing to lag.
Nice.
Perish.
Perish the thought.
You perish the thought.
Oh,
Oh, there's halflings back there.
more halflings.
There you go. Oh, I need to magic punch the halflings. Oh, I can't.
Bless.
Think.
But yeah, like interpreting hobbits, I guess not like halflings, because halflings are more of a D&D thing, but like hobbits as like little bunny creatures makes me wonder like what other kinds of mythical races could be reinterpreted as different than what you would like normally think, you know?
Which one can I
Like-
interpret as Pikachu?
This game I think takes, I forget if it's like goblins or like some kind of orc or something, but it makes them into like these pig creatures.
The orcs.
The orcs, yeah. Which I think is always cool. Like goblins and orcs are such a undescript sort of creature in mythology. You know, like what is a goblin? It's just a ugly creature that like prowls in the darkness and eats children or whatever.
Eats children or whatever.
You know, as you do.
During a moment of self-doubt, I composed a letter to my former master. I owe him that much, didn't I?
Man, this Solimer is like really struggling with this toxic relationship that he's been in. He's like trying to like break off his relationship and he's just like, but what if it's my fault? I should apologize.
Gavin Magnus, King of Brakada.
Bricata.
I feel I must explain my actions and hope that you will understand. I cannot follow the path you have taken. I escaped in the night because I was afraid you would use the crystal pendulum on me if you thought I would betray you. Now that I am safe, I beg you to destroy that evil device. Yes, I say evil, because to rob a man of his independence is no better than slavery. I know I have been your slave for a long time. And although you were never a cruel or unreasonable master, I was still not free. Can I convince you to abandon this idea of controlling the world? Tell me, if there was ever an ounce of friendship in our relationship, will you trust me that the crystal pendulum is an aberration and must be destroyed? Please, end this now before it is too late. Solimer Ibn Wali Barad.
What poor messenger was he like planning to send with this letter? Because he knows that kid ain't gonna make it out.
Don't forget, he just like blows it on the wind like Spike.
Oh, right? I forgot! He's like Spike. Instant messaging, they call it.
Oh, you have more health than I anticipated.
Woo!
You get the ice one. You get the cool spell. And both my fists. And my staff.
He's still walking. Freeze!
Look, centaurs.
Oh, man. He's just like, I feel like I need to explain my actions. Oh, Solimer.
You'll learn one day. We have the city hall. Do you know what that means?
Money?
Our golden opportunity.
Yes.
Oh no. Punch! 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 Fruit punch.
It is interesting though, that this like question of free will, I guess, and like world peace, because you always have sort of it's when you want to make a mastermind sort of villain that wants to change the world, but you want to give them some depth so they're not just like evil for evil's sake, you know? Usually it's good to go with the he thinks he can make the world better kind of dealio, which usually is just a ploy over you know, dictatorship or whatever, or like Magnus is clearly just making people into zombie slaves, right? Like, and he seems, I know you say he's from another game, so maybe he does believe in the things he's like saying, but like he comes across in this game at least as just saying the words, but like his actions clearly don't care about the livelihood of the people he's supposedly like saving.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
Yeah. So like it's not always that the people, the villains like truly believe that they're gonna change the world, or maybe it's even they know they're not the heroes of their own story, but they want to destroy the world because it's wronged them. So and how can humans ever be good? So let's just destroy them all, kind of thing, you know, right? But it's usually some kind of like change the world sort of deal. But like arguing with that isn't really interesting necessarily because that's not a thing that can happen. It's like a fantasy sort of problem. So like I kind of like that Solomer's reasoning against it isn't like some sort of is free will or like is world peace. Oh, you're dead.
No, you didn't see that.
Like should we mind slave everyone? Is that like better? Like he doesn't really argue against that. He just thinks to the personal experience of the everyday life of people, and when they can't no longer have that spark of looking to the future and like having a life ahead of them, of enjoying life or just being able to have emotions, I guess, is what he's fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could be that there are pirates out there killing each other and that's like bad, and if we bring order to the world that won't happen anymore, but by golly, they're living it up, you know? And somehow that's like better than everyone being a mind zombie, which is just horrifying. Like, yes, humans will choose the wrong thing, and yes, humans will like hurt each other, but
some people wake up and choose violence.
yeah, sometimes they wake up and choose violence and feel socially, what was it? Like sometimes they wake up and feel, I can't remember, it was so funny. Anyway, but like shouldn't they have the choice, right? Is like the idea.
Yeah.
Also, are you alone because you split your army, or did you like did all the elders die when I wasn't looking?
Oh, I split the army.
Okay. Just making sure.
The elders are comfortably sitting at home.
Oh, good.
Also, I suddenly remembered this map.
Oh. But I thought you never came this far.
I said I never came this far as a kid. I did practice this and finally beat it last year, ? I think.
Gotcha.
Look at this guy. Needs to chill.
He does. He needs to.
Just needs to meet someone as cool as me. Look at these scrubs. These absolute hooligans.
These little.
Well, we have a new
little
town
things.
now.
Yay! They weren't even defending in the town. They were just like out in the wilderness.
They were. There just were no walls to defend.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh wait, you can't build anything till you have a fort.
Is that the wall?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, don't just go. No, don't go in the city. Go in the city.
What?
You heard me. Ah.
Huh?
The plot.
Oh.
The Dickens.
It like takes forever for the plot to come up after you've seen it. The dwarf standing in the middle of the road
had that same blank expression that all pendulum-possessed people have. Why do I feel like that was a lot of P's? But he was unarmed, and he held a rolled piece of parchment in his outstretched hand. As I approached, I noticed he must have been standing there for a long time because there was a light dust of snow collecting on his body. It is remarkable how completely the crystal pendulum controls a person's mind. The moment I took the letter, the dwarf started walking directly towards Great Arcane's capital, Arcania. I opened the letter. Although written by hand, I noticed the script was perfect. Every letter was exactly the same size, every line straight as an arrow. I instinctively knew that if I extracted two A's from different places in the letter, they would have been identical. My former servant. I admit it was a surprise to learn that you did not support me. I was enraged, yes, but I soon realized that you, like everyone else, only fear that which you do not understand. Trust me, Solimer, I have never been more certain that I am on the right path. I am talking about peace, everlasting peace. How can you resist being part of the paradise I plan to create? Come back to me, Solimer. Come back, and I promise there will be no punishment. With all sincerity, Gavin Magnus, the peaceful, immortal king of our Great Arcane. Great Arcane? What? That's Emilia's country.
Not anymore.
Oh no!
She's not in the capital, is she?
Ah!
Oh,
Maybe
man.
she is hiding in the sewers.
How much does this cost? A lot. I'll do it anyways. If I can't afford stuff because of this, I blame Zero. Oh, but I can, of course I can. I'm about to get new stuff. Wait for it.
I had only one last card to play with Magnus, so I wrote him another letter and sent it attached to the foot of a bluebird, because I was all out of spike juice. King Magnus, if I cannot appeal to your human sympathy, then I must appeal to your sense of honor. A human thing, but you don't remember. But the blast that tore a crack in our old world also destroyed you. I only escaped because I traveled to the plane of air at the last second. When I returned, I found you whole again, naked and conscious. I do not know how. That must be connected to your mysterious immortality. You would have died again, and perhaps forever, if I hadn't lifted you up and taken you through one of the last remaining portals to this new realm. So as you can see, I saved your life. I hope that you still have the honor to repay your debt. If we were in the old world, I would have asked for my freedom, but I already have that. So I ask you, as payment for your life, to give me the freedom of this world. End this insane path of yours and destroy the crystal pendulum. Your former servant, Solimer Ibn Wali Barad.
And the credits roll because it obviously works.
Oh man. On my life, I swear, I saved your life. Scout's honor. You owe me one.
You owe me too.
He doesn't seem. How is your? Are you like healing yourself?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just watching your like health bar dance up and down.
perfect.
How did you get a window to attack? They were like...
Because he was counterattacking one of them, so as I was healing, one of them was getting whacked and slowly weaker and weaker, so the amount of damage I was taking was getting slowly lower and
okay.
lower.
Gotcha. We're going up the mountains. Getting
Oh
chilly.
no, what have I done? I can't afford it.
Oh.
I blame Zero for this. Ah.
These funky dudes. The portrait for Berserk looks silly.
Well, that didn't work out well.
Oh!
You guys don't see anything. Wowzers. How fortunate it is that I have all of my health and didn't die at all.
Of course.
How joyous it is to be fully alive. And not fully dead. I can go this way. Probably. Yeah, look these scrubs. There's none of them. They don't exist.
What is that? A plant?
I think it's more like a bug.
Ew. I hate it. Ew! The way it floops over. Oh no, its face. It looks like something out of Majora's Mask.
Which has a lot in it.
Hopefully it's not the kind of thing that gives you death.
I'm kind of allergic to that, so I do hope that's not what it gives me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for perishing. Well, the good news is we got an absolute ton of gems. The bad news is we got absolutely zero. I don't need you. Gold.
Absolute zero.
Oh hey, what do you want?
Oh no, the devil's come down to Georgia. A stone skips off the ground and zings past you before you can even approach the small hut. You spin in circles, uncertain where it came from. I mean you no harm, you shout. How do I know that? Someone shouts back from inside the house. You could take my word for it? Ha! Then how do you suggest I earn your trust, good sir? You ask. There is a long pause, and perhaps even a whispered conversation from within the cabin. Show me that you're not one of those brainless servants of the immortal king. When Magnus came through here, he captured my hometown. If you recapture Cauldron Hill, that'll prove you're on the right side. I am not a brainless servant. As you can see, we are having a conversation. Look, I can recite a poem from my youthful days. I can do a jig from my home country. The mindless servants would not do such things. I guess you have a point there.
But also it'd be really sweet. Ah, bandits.
But are they zombie bandits?
Zandits.
Mindless crystal bandits.
No, they were too stealthy. I didn't even see them coming.
You're just like dancing around each other. I just realized the thief from the last one was literally nothing.
See? Oh yeah, it was.
Why did they stop you to like give you like random plot about a thief?
It may have been like a side plot that we just like missed the second part of.
Oh, okay.
Ah, castle.
Tails is like saying that I was rude to be like, oh no, it's Face.
Ah, I was about to be like, wow, that sure was nice of the puppies to just walk out of the way so we could take this resource spot. And I was like, moved out of the way because it wasn't actually what was guarding it.
Ah.
Everyone shield your eyes for a moment.
Puppies.
No, I said shield your eyes.
But I got. Oh wait, I did get shield. Never mind. The joke doesn't work. Holds up Pokemon Shield. My eyes. Elk.
What Golden Hill? That's the... And Christian, you're still knocking about. You're the guy who was involved in the Heroes 3 campaign.
Hi, Christian. I seem to recall that name.
Yeah. Well, they're dead.
Okay.
I don't think that was Christian. That was...
Oh.
What's his face? And
Lysander?
I think that would be even more unfortunate. I can't believe they're gonna make me walk in there. I should not have done that. How many spell points do I have? 68. I'm good. That's plenty. So who wants to come out first? Everyone's coming out now.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Who wants to chill first?
Is it because you took a hero?
Yeah, well... Disrespectful. Disrespectful. Disrespectful.
Ouch.
Absolute lack of respect. Alright, I can just, teleport him out again. Welcome to the outside world.
Welcome to my world. There's such a lovely view. If you believe in dreams, we'll see. I can't remember the words. Oh man.
Green has been eliminated. Also, I should take this off.
Green. It's not easy being green. What's the four-leaf clover do?
Raise your luck.
Cool.
It does exactly what you'd expect to do.
It says, who wants to be the brave, dead soul to come out first?
Oh. That's for 8. That's my 10, okay.
A sling. You know, in when I used to read Redwall books, they would talk about using slings and sling stones as weapons, and I didn't realize they were talking about the kind that you like. I didn't know that slings were like you put a stone in and you like swing it around in a circle and then you like let go and it like shoots off. I thought it was like literally a slingshot, like the Y stick, and you pull back and go pew. So I was like, how are they killing people with these? It seems so silly that like you got like the archers over here with their arrows, and you got the folks down here with their javelins and swords, and then I got a slingshot.
Oh. I wasn't about as expected. Where's Franklin?
Wait, why are you going all the way around instead of just like straight over? Is there something blocking you?
That's what I presume. Oh, it's like a life magic thing. There we go.
Who's Franklin?
The person in the hut that we actually didn't get their catch her name.
Oh.
What's going on now?
I don't see what was blocking you. Like,
Actually, let me load back 2 turns. Guess what's... Ah, it's the monks.
yeah, it was like, other than some folks standing in your way, there wasn't any like obstructions. So I was like, why is it going all the way around?
They don't have the AI that attempts to walk through enemies until Heroes 5.
Wait, why didn't you grab the crystals?
Because I'm about to walk back that way anyways.
Oh, okay. You walk slowly up to the cabin, surprised that no one has attacked, and knock. The door opens a crack, revealing only a portion of a halfling's face. I want to thank you for helping my people, the halfling says. My pleasure, you respond. Don't you want to return home? Not yet. I'm trying to help Queen Emilia battle that mind-stealing fiend, Magnus. Magnus is no fiend, although I admit he may be as mad as one. You say. I was wondering if you could help me find Queen Emilia. I want to join her forces. Well, sensing the halfling's hesitation, you say, I may know how she can defeat the immortal king. Well, all I can tell you is she sometimes visits a woodcutter's cottage in the woods to the far north. It's well hidden, though. You'll never find your way through the forest without knowing the way. Visit the window of the Magi outside, and it'll show you. Meanwhile, you'll have to find one of the queen's followers before you can meet her. Maybe they can arrange a meeting. The door slams.
Yay, now the gate's gone and we can see the eye of the Magi. Window of the Magi, excuse me. And that's where we gotta go.
Okay. All the way at the top.
I like how he's like, oh, you'll never find your way through the woods on your own. There's like a road through it.
Like literally a path that's trod. Oh my goodness.
Anyways, have I already done this today? I have not. Splendid. Oh, I can just trample all over their crops. How splendid.
No respect.
Let's go up here and get this life magic totem.
Have I told you about these like old candies that are just wax bottles? They're like flat, but they're shaped like Coke bottles, and they have like colored syrup inside.
Maybe?
I just realized I had some next to me. Now I always thought you had to like cut part of the wax so that you can like squeeze out the syrup, and that was how you eat it. But I saw online that no, you just like bite into the wax through the syrup, and then you like chew on it, and it's like gum. You don't eat the wax, but you like chew on the wax, and it's like kind of weird and chewy, and then the syrup inside of it flavors it. The flavor goes away like real quick, and then you're just chewing on like plain wax, but it's kind of satisfying. Not gonna lie. But I didn't realize the yellow one would be so sour.
Isn't it exhilarating?
Mm.
Zero presses X'd it out. Ah, Splendid. I was about Splendid, they can't reach, but then the other dudes could reach. You need to stop doing that, sir. Oh. I've done it. I've made it past the impossible fight.
The impossible fight?
It's just one I can't do without an army.
Oh,
Speaking of, no. Don't burn through the impossible fight. Build a cloud castle.
It's not that I don't like Sour though. Like I really enjoyed like Sour Patch Kids, and I'll eat a Warhead or a Lemon Head.
You're a lemon head.
Yeah. What kind of candies do you usually gravitate to? The more like sweet kinds or the sour, or is there just another kind of candy I'm not thinking of?
Oh no.
'Cause you know, October's coming up soon. The season of candy.
These chaos? They are.
For our shop, we used to put out candy in a bowl for the whole month of October. It started on, we would just do it on Halloween, and then we started doing it the week before Halloween, and then we kept it out after Halloween, and then we just like, you know what, like let's just do all of October, why not? It's a lot of candy to buy. Like college students will eat candy like no one's business, but it was nice. But I don't think I'll do it this year because, you know, with things
You know.
as they are.
Things as they are.
Probably best not to have just like food lying around, you know? But if I put out like chocolatey candy, those would go like instantly. People love chocolate.
Chocolate?
I'm trying to remember what kind of chocolate ones they would go for though. I like Kit Kats.
They're chocolatey
That like
delicious.
wafer is pretty nice. Hmm?
They're chocolatey delicious.
Chocolate Choco, what are they called? Choco, were they just Choco Puffs?
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs.
Choco Puffs.
Choco.
Chocobo
Count
Puffs.
Chocula. I've always wanted to do like a series with like imagine like a monster school and you just got like one of each like creature. But it's so hard for me for some reason to like settle on the design. You got like Frankenstein. It's like a classic Frankenstein looks like this, but then to like turn it into just a character, I don't know what vibe I want to go for.
Oh, there sure are dudes in this.
Dudes. Hey, dude. Don't let me down. You have found her, now go and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. Dun, dun, dun. Well, anytime you feel the pain.
I think Zero's having fun.
Look, I don't get any music during these streams, so I gotta provide my own. You guys are listening to whatever, like, fancy free fiddle medieval fifes going on.
Not fancy
I mean, let me
free
listen to what you
fifes.
guys will listen to. Oh, like celestial ladies. No one told me you guys were listening to celestial ladies ho-humming.
Hmm.
Wah, 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 wah. Caterwauling.
I think you're the one caterwauling around here.
Well, pleasant to hear when we caterwaul.
That was a reference, probably.
Yeah, and if you would watch the very good musical Cats with me, you might get these references
I see.
someday,
That's a
Lyra.
reference that I will never get.
No, I can't believe Lyra hates me.
I can't believe this game hates me.
Are you sure you can't believe that?
Don't you pull a tails on me. Don't you walk into my abode and tails me.
Da-dee-da. Da-da-dee-da. So I had to leave early from your stream yesterday, but I kept it on in the background while I went to sleep, and I could tell you were having a great time. But like, considering Metroid 1 is like one of the only Metroid games I have right now, it doesn't bode well for me giving Metroid a try. Are there any better Metroids like that are available on the Switch?
Yeah, I told you multiple times. Super Metroid's on there. For beginners, but it's also vastly better than Metroid 1.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, if those are your only two choices for the Switch.
I was kind of hoping you would say like a third option from those two. But yeah. Is Super Metroid one that I would have to buy, or is it like, does it come with one of the virtual consoles?
It comes with one of the virtual consoles.
Okay.
Okay. There's like a stack of hydras down there.
Oh, it's just like, nope.
No, what bothered me is they're standing right next to something that green had flagged.
Oh.
And because this game is this game and not other games, all the stuff that someone has flagged stays their color even after they have perished. All other games, they turn back to being neutral.
Interesting. I guess if someone doesn't reclaim it or stake a new claim, it would stay as the old one, wouldn't it?
I personally feel like neutral makes far more sense.
Yeah?
Because it's owned by no one. If the party that owns it no longer exists, then it's owned by no one.
Well, yeah, but like, reasonably speaking, if I were to like plant my flag on a hill and then like a pack of wolves came and ate me, they're not gonna know to like take down my flag, you know? So my flag's still gonna stay there until someone else reclaims it.
Yeah, but I'm also not a pack of wolves.
But also that it wasn't your Hydra, right? That like was next to it. I assume the Hydras took out green, you're saying?
No.
Or
I
oh. Oh. Then yeah, why didn't it change to your color?
Because you have to individually go to all their stuff to get it producing stuff to you.
Mm. Well, yeah, if you're the ones who took them out, then it should have changed to neutral. At the very least, you would take down the flag.
But like from a gameplay perspective, it just makes it hard to like process because it's just like you keep seeing this stuff owned by people who don't exist.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely from a gameplay perspective, it doesn't make any sense. It's a little bubbly tea place down there.
What?
The bubbly
Oh, this?
green.
The alchemist shop?
No, down over.
Huh?
Yeah, that one. Oh, the alchemist shop.
Wait a minute. There's there'd be potion of immortality in that shop. I love not dying.
Yay!
It's my favorite activity.
Same. We have so much in common, Lyra.
We do. It's like we're the same person.
It's almost as if we're the exact same person.
Which we probably are. Has anyone seen us in the same room?
Barring right now.
Hey, no, that's hearing us in the same room, not seeing us.
Right.
We could just be the same person doing really good voices. And we already know that you're really good at voices, so by extension, that means I'm really good at voices.
It's just our ventriloquy where we like talk over each other occasionally.
No, that never happens. I'm blue. I'm about to start feeling blue if you keep doing what you're doing. We need like 0 experience to get to the next level. I'm waiting on that. Just a few genies flying by me. No big deal.
All of them just making some movie references that we don't understand.
I get it.
Hey.
Fine, I'll just walk over and punch down your door.
Walk in the sun.
Wow.
You have 300 halflings.
Isn't it exhilarating? We're like 1/4 of the way to where we ended last.
Yeah, we're getting there. Today I witnessed something that convinced me I have made the right choice in fighting King Magnus. No one can control the chaos of battle, and unfortunately a fire started as we swept through the town of Brookside. I noticed one of the burning homes had an infant child sleeping by the second floor window. Instead of saving the child, however, its mother
charged my army instead. Certainly, if she still had free will, she would have tried to save her baby first. I had to drop everything to rescue the infant, but how many more will die needlessly before I can destroy Magnus?
A child.
A child!
What's this gate need?
A child? You've been talking with the guards in the tower for nearly an hour, trying to convince them to let you pass. But they just won't believe that you no longer support King Magnus. You don't blame them, considering your past, but there must be a way. Finally, the commander of the tower says, "We've had a lot of trouble with the troops from Brookside. If you want to prove you've switched sides, then defeat that town and maybe it will let you through. If it's the only way."
We did it.
Yay! Knowing how Come on, stream, work with me, y'all. I want to see the text. It's like, okay. Knowing how suspicious the guards are of your loyalty, you wave the captured flag of Brookside as you approach. "The town is mine now, and the troops are locked away. They are no longer a threat," you say. Reluctantly, the guards open the gate, and their commander steps out, taking the tattered flag. "I hope I haven't made a mistake," she says. You have not. "I only wish I joined your fair queen Emilia earlier," you say. "I should have joined her after the first night I spent watching her sleep." But not in a creepy way. You divert the attention of today's march and visit this out-of-the-way hut. When you arrive, you find a scowling dwarf standing by the front door, his battle axe held across his chest. "That's close enough," the dwarf shouts when you dismount. "I know who you are," the dwarf cuts you off. "I am General Tharge of the Army of Great Arcane. I've come on behalf of Queen Emilia." So, this was Tharge, the dwarf who taught Emilia how to lead her troops. "I must speak with Queen Emilia," you say. "Do you really expect her to trust you after you watched her sleep all those nights in a creepy way?" "It was not in a creepy way. I hoped that she already trusted me. I swear I am no longer the servant of Gavin Magnus, and that I now wish to defeat him as much as she does." "Easy to say, hard to prove," Tharge says. Then reluctantly he says, "I have been asked to make you an offer. Bring me some reinforcements, real troops, say 50 genies. Bring them, and I will arrange a meeting with Queen Emilia." It is done. It is
By
done.
"it is done," he means it is done.
"As you requested, General Tharge," you say as you approach the hut. Following you are 50 of your brethren who have agreed to join the dwarf in the battle against Magnus. Tharge frowns suspiciously, and then approaches to stare in the eye of each and every genie. "They appear to still have their wits about them," he says, as if surprised. "I get my meeting with the queen, do I not?" "Yes," Tharge grunts. "I'll send word ahead. She'll be waiting for you in the north, near the woodcutter's cottage our halfling friend told you about." "My thanks," you say as you begin to ride off. "One more thing, genie," Tharge calls to you. "If you hurt that girl, I will personally feed you to my dogs. Understand?" Your only response is a deep bow. Nice.
Did it.
Nice. I don't get why, like, you approach Tharge and he's like, "I don't trust you. You might not be coming in peace. So go away and come back when you have a real army. Bring reinforcements, and then I'll let you see the queen.
I don't think you thought that one through.
I don't think so.
Let's go beat up this guy. Oh, he skedaddled.
Skedaddly-doo. Skedaddly-doo. Where are you going? I thought you found her.
I did.
Wasn't Tharge just like guarding her?
That's not quite where she was.
Huh.
But I am also like walking away from where she is. So I'm really close to a level up.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to get it before I end the campaign. Oh, castle.
Oh, I just found ketchup. Just a pocket full of ketchup. I hope I didn't squeeze any of them like open. Okay, it doesn't feel wet. I went to Chick-fil-A today. I don't know if I just ordered too much food or what, but like it wasn't as good as I remembered. Sometimes my eyes are bigger than my stomach. But I don't eat out often anymore, so I was like, I guess I think I'll treat myself, and I got like a milkshake instead of just a normal drink and a large fry, and I think it did me in because I was struggling to finish it at the end there.
You treat yourself too much.
Yeah. Javier says, "Oh no, help! We're losing 0." I'm right here. I think what's happening is every time I try to do like a gruff, low voice, I get all gravelly, and that doesn't actually bring the register down. Like I have to like bring it down in the throat area, and like not the throat, but like down in the chest. Cause I can go a little lower when I'm like singing songs. I can't always go as low as I want. My range when singing is like just low enough to not be low enough and just high enough to not be high enough. It's like right in the middle. It misses the lower register and the higher register. So, but like I can go a little lower if I am singing, which is like what makes it frustrating when I'm doing voices, and I can't seem to do that because I think when I'm doing voices, I start with like normal talk and then it stays in the top of my throat, in my mouth, and not like down to, why did you climb the tower? Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay. He likes to feel tall. They're just like, Solomon, what are you doing up there? Soon after what?
Ah, nice.
What did that say?
No, it's saying that there's caravans coming to this town. Which doesn't matter because I just did it for the level up. Because there's a tree up here. So yeah, I was like really, really close to level up. So I was like, I don't want the free level up when it's only like 1,000 experience. But...
yeah. That makes sense.
Oh no, what are you doing?
Tops Blueby. Wait, so is what faction's Emilia again? Is she life or order?
Order.
Order?
Uh-huh.
And is Magnus also order?
Yeah, everyone in this is order.
We're just order fighting order.
Yeah.
A halfling with a sheepish look approaches me. My lord, I've made an error, he says. He holds out a limp bluebird. I was hunting for some lunch. I took it for a peasant and let my stone fly. But I was too fast, sir. I saw too late its color. I'm so sorry. I sent this bird out long ago, so it probably already delivered its message. Was there a letter? Slowly, the halfling pulls a rolled paper from his pocket. Yes, my lord. I wouldn't think of keeping it, the halfling says. I realized it was a mistake. I realize it was a mistake, but try to be careful in the future, I tell the halfling, and I take the letter. I will. Don't you worry about me. I dismiss the halfling so I can read the letter. Again, the perfect lettering of my former master's handwriting. It's almost as if he got himself a new computer and printer. Solimer? Oh. This is King Magnus. Solimer, you have placed me in a difficult position. Do I repay the debt I owe you, or do I seek my destiny? Fortunately, I have been king for a very long time. I have grown used to difficult situations where no answer is a good one. So I must refuse. I wish that I could give you the boon you requested, but a greater plea, to my honor, must be attended to first. If I do not follow my destiny and bring peace and order to this world, then I will doom everyone and every future generation to a life of pain. You must understand, this is for the greater good. The greater good. Please don't think ill of me because I refuse. Ask anything else, anything within my power, and it is yours. Gavin Magnus, the peaceful king of Great Arcane. I feel like he dropped a title there.
Yeah, he forgot to say Immortal King.
Yeah. Solimer just like, okay, don't use your crystal on me. Okay, thanks, bye.
Solimer spots weakness. He notices that Magnus didn't refer to himself as immortal. He's like, time has come. An opening.
Time's come, corner, walk in the sun. Oh, got my horse ready to roll on our way.
Isn't Blue Magnus?
Little long pen, step from the shadows, then tell everyone, turn the spotlight
right.
on.
And that all the necessary battles are done.
Are they?
It'd be very awkward if I was just letting all of my stuff get taken while I needed it still.
Oh. Oops.
As I get into this battle, I'd like to note that I meant any big battles. I hope there are no big battles left. This fight against 20 Nagas is not big.
Yeah.
Smoked.
Smitten.
Perished in the war. Literally.
Nice.
There you go.
You're like, hi, Emilia. She's like, hi, did you see my Nagas outside? And you're like, oops. I wanted Emilia to trust me, so I approached the meeting spot alone with my hands clasped in front of me, and not in a creepy way. To my surprise, she came alone as well. She was dressed in heavy winter clothing with a hood pulled up over her head. The only sign that she was anything but a common peasant was the simple gold circlet holding back her long hair under her hood, which I could see for some reason. I dropped to one knee, lowered my head. Greetings, King Emilia Nighthaven. I, Solimer, Ivan Wally Barad, am your humble servant. That is, if you will have me, I said. Emilia paused for a moment, saying nothing. I did not look up from the snow-covered ground, but I wished I knew what expression was on her face. I will not. I don't need a servant, Solimer. I need someone to tell me how to defeat the immortal king, Emilia said. Finally, I looked up into her deep brown eyes and smiled. Although she was still young, she looked older now. The innocence was gone. She was no longer a girl, but a leader of men. I could only imagine how badly I would have lost if this were the Emilia Nighthaven I had met in battle. I can help, maybe, but I must first warn you, our chances are quite slim, I said as I came to my feet. Emilia extended her hand and I took it. Well, slim is better than my chances were yesterday, she said. Then let us talk about how we're going to make you Queen of Great Arcane again. Emilia and I walked back into the cover of the trees, where her small army awaited. Yes! Yes, this is good. I like this. This is like Redwall stuff. This is moss flower stuff right here. I love it.
Also voice acting.
Ooh.
When an immortal dies, a ripple of sorrow flows throughout the universe. It is no small matter to slay such a being. Even the hunter who puts his arrow into the last of a species of animal knows he has done something irreparable, something that has scarred the fabric of time and space. So, it was with heavy hearts that Emilia and I embarked on such a hunt.
Well, look, there are 2 goals. Find the Sword of the Gods and defeat the Mazellian hero.
Nice. You wanna end off here and start the campaign, the new campaign, new scenario next time? Oh, there's more. Why?
I like to start the campaigns before ending off, because they tend to have like plot, so we don't have to like jump in and just like immediately start reading. Because our little chats at the start before we start tend to like bleed into the playing of the game.
Yeah, makes sense.
And we can't do that if it's just like plot immediately. And we can go a bit longer until
Sounds good.
like maybe 15 more minutes.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Sitting on the back of my horse, I inspect the land stretched out before me. I have left the borders of Great Arcane behind and come to another region overrun by thugs and murderers. But this time, I haven't come to bring order and justice. I've come for a sword. Before Solimer and I departed, each of us on our own quest, the genie told me an ancient story about the Sword of the Gods. You must understand, my queen. This is a long shot. We do not know if the Sword of the Gods will kill Gavin Magnus, Solimer had said. Yes, I understand that we are desperate. Well, here it is. The hero's name is long forgotten, so he is known only as the Warrior of Light. The brutal god of sacrifice was slaughtering entire towns for his own twisted pleasure, and no one could stand against him. But the Warrior of Light, only a boy then, set out alone to put a stop to the murders. He traveled far away, battled dragons and demons, until he came to paradise. There he forged the Sword of the Gods under the watchful eye of the gods of good. When he returned, he faced the god of sacrifice in a battle that lasted a year and a day. Finally, the Warrior of Light and the god of sacrifice exchanged blows, each dealing the other's death. I hope that tale is true, Solimer, and that you weren't just quoting some Legend of Zelda Wikipedia article, I said. Me too. It stands to reason that if the Sword of the Gods was capable of killing one immortal being, it can kill Magnus as well, Solimer had said matter-of-factly. If it exists, I'll find it. Your task, it's much more difficult, I think. I found the rainbow crystal in the underworld. Logic suggests that the answers we seek will be found there as well. Yes, but sometimes the world doesn't work logically, Solimer. Good luck to you, I said, taking the genie's strong arms. And to you, my queen, he said. Now I'm on my own again. Again, it's like the okay.
And by on her own, she means with like 6 other dudes.
All alone. In this cruel world. Tal says, 0. Do you want to stop here? Game. Bold of you to assume the plot is going to pause just because you finished the scenario. Javier, my goodness, this game came out in 2002. How are you able to play it? All reason tells me that this is a long shot, but what choice do we have? Emilia is searching for a sword that might be nothing but the imaginings of an old bard, and I've come here to the underworld at the request of a dream. Oh, this is Solimer. What would Emilia think of me if she knew I trusted our success to a dream? She would probably think me crazy. I already do. But in all my life, I have never had a dream like this one. It was so real. Even now, as I stare into these stone walls, I recognize them. I have never been here before, but I know these walls. Somewhere out there is the answer I need. I just hope I find it in time.
This is an interesting campaign because, as I said, they like split up.
Mm-hmm. So every time you switch heroes, you like go to another map?
Yeah, but the way it does that is from Heroes 3 onwards, there's like a overground map and an underground map.
Yeah.
And there's always ways to connect them, and basically what it did is they put them on separate maps by just like leaving no connection between them.
Oh.
So the underworld is the Solimer's quest map, and the overworld is the Emilia's quest map.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's actually really clever use of their assets.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to worry about purchasing anything in the town.
Oh my goodness, what? Why? Why are they all unavailable?
Because the town is just for show. I don't know why it's just for show. Well, I know why it's just for show, but I don't know why you need it. Because you don't need towns in this game.
Oh.
Oh, now it's Emilia's turn.
Whee! It was my choice to leave my army behind and enter this rugged land with a small force of volunteers. I don't want to attract either Gavin Magnus's attention or the curiosity of the robber barons who rule this region. So my military advisor Tharge was the first to volunteer, even though he argued against such a risky tactic. Completing the small party were 2 dwarf brothers, hand-chosen by Tharge as the best fighters in Great Arcane's army. Their names were Onoven and Roaven. For speed and ranged weapons, I have the halfling woman Fridilok and the human archer Kodge. Finally, I asked one of the enchanters to join us as well, a learned man by the name of Ediven. No relation to Onoven or Roaven. This way, should I fail, only a few other lives will be lost.
Would you look at that? That's the guy that we had at the end of the 2 missions ago.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure that's just a complete coincidence, but
You have whole party of heroes.
Yeah, isn't it neat?
That's really cool. And I kind of like that with King Magnus's army, it's all like mindless drones basically. And even Solimer is like, I thought you were gonna use it only on the red dwarves. Like, he doesn't care about the red dwarves. But like with Emilia, she like handpicks people with names, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just I brought like some halflings and some dwarves with me. It's like these are the people and their names and why they're coming and that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Wolves.
Did you bring a enchanter? Not enchanter, a person good with a sling who has no sling.
Oops. Yeah, the Redwall book I'm specifically referring to when I say like this is kind of Redwallish is Mossflower, which is the one Redwall book. I think there are other ones too, but it's one of the Redwall books where Redwall doesn't exist yet. So it's like the space that will become Redwall is like some kind of castle, and there's like a ruler there, and all the main characters are like out in the woods hiding with their, you know, guerrilla army, and it gives me this kind of vibe of
They had
Emilia,
an
like
army
she's like
of gorillas?
no, not that kind of guerrilla army, you silly. A pack of orcs discovered our camp in the middle of the night, but thankfully Rowan spotted them seconds before their ambush. Attack! Rowan shouted, waking us all. I jumped to my feet, preparing a spell. I was amazed at how quickly the others reacted. Before the orcs reached us, the dwarven brothers stood back to back at one edge of the camp. Onavin with his axe and Rowan with a great sword taller than himself. Circle up, Tharge ordered. I had just enough time to step behind the bowman Kodge before the howling orcs attacked. It was a bloody short battle. It was. Thadavin and I supported the others with their spells. Somehow one of the larger orcs broke through our defenses. With a backhand blow, he slammed Thadavin to the ground, and then the orc swung his giant axe over his head. I cringed, knowing in the next second that weapon would split my skull. But the orc grunted and fell under the blow of Onavin's axe. When Rowan was there, then Rowan was there too, ending the creature's life with a swing of his great sword. My queen, are you all right? Onavin asked. The battle was over, but I couldn't stop shaking. My queen? Onavin asked again. Thanks, I mumbled. I'll be fine. I sat down while the others dragged the bodies away and tended to their wounds. Thadavin had a large knot on his head where the orc had hit him, and Kodge had a cut on his arm. Rowan sat next to me and took a cloth out to clean his weapon. It's over, he said. But when you become queen again, make it a law that everyone has to take regular baths. I don't think I'll ever get the stink of that orc off my sword. Despite myself, I laughed. He has a sense of humor. That's nice. That's nice to have for morale. It's good.
I love morale.
Morale.
I should stop collecting stuff. I don't think I need it. Ah, yes, Scotty. You know.
Nice.
Proceeds to continue collecting stuff anyways.
I mean, if it's in your path, why not, right?
Ah,
Oh. A decaying old tower blocks the tunnel ahead. Its gates are locked and no one answers your call. Oh, this isn't first person. So instead of forcing your way through, you transform into your favorite shape, the blue parrot, and fly up to one of the open windows, hoping to open the gates from the inside. Alone, you walk through the dark halls, brushing aside cobwebs. Twice, skeleton guards attack, but they are no match for your magic. Finally, you find the wheel and crank that will lift the tower gates. But as you reach for the handles, a spiritual woman appears before you. You fall back, raising your hands before you. Has this ghost come to claim your life? Wait, the spirit shouts. You come slowly to your feet, eyeing the spirit closely. Her aura is strong, lighting. Oh, her aura is strong, lighting up the entire room, and you notice she was a beautiful woman once. I've come to help you, Genie, the spirit says. How is that? I know about the rainbow crystal, that which the immortal one used in his crystal pendulum. I can help you if you will help me. Something about this woman makes your insides tighten. You know you shouldn't trust her, but what choice do you have? To not trust her? What do I have to do, you ask? Well, first you have to get through this gate, and I can tell you the winch is broken. The winch has been for centuries. No one can pass unless you bring down the entire thing. As old as this structure is, it is still sturdy. It will take my men a week to tear it down. Yes, the spirit says with a gleam in her dark eyes. But there is an earth portal near here. It is a gateway to the elemental plane of earth. 8 of these elements can crumble this tower in seconds. Again, you feel reluctant to deal with the ghostly woman, but she has a point. Then I shall return soon, you say. Oh dear. Trusting ghosts, ladies. Not a good sign.
say we don't stand a ghost of a chance.
A ghost of a chance, you say?
A ghost of a chance, I say.
Look at all these tall men you have on your crew. And no halflings.
Or dwarves.
You know what? Yeah, where are all our dwarves and halflings? Apparently we have at least 1 halfling and 3 dwarves.
What are you supposed to be?
Each of them just has an extra halfling that they're sitting on. They're like piggybacking on. Are there no elves in this game?
That's the nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen like elves as like enemies.
Yeah, we
So I wasn't sure they were like classified as a monster type.
yeah, we just haven't hit the faction that has the elf characters.
Oh, interesting. We perfectly skirted the nature.
We also, well, not perfectly, but we also slid by the, what's that one called? Death one pretty well too.
Are the dragons not death? I guess they're chaos.
Yeah, they're chaos.
So death would be like skeletons and
Yeah,
stuff?
these things. Yeah, we
Ah.
yeah, we've had that one fight against the undead armies underground.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all. Oh, that was a poor decision on my part. Sent the mage out front to do battle.
Whoops.
Quick, magic fist. Slaughtered.
Say hello to my boomstick. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna take you down. Never gonna run around and desert you.
But we have to fight them first. Wait a minute.
A minute?
A whole minute. Does that spell work? I don't think they're technically summoned. Yeah, so it doesn't. They technically aren't.
Just crumbles to dust.
Let's get ready to crumble. It
Oh
really
my
should
goodness.
be 6.
Hmm?
Earth elementals that I need you to get. Get all those experiences.
Noise.
Get the archery.
Donovan. Rowan. Riddle. Codge.
I'm suddenly realizing why they're having so much guard that those treasure chests, because with a group of all heroes, experience is a very valuable resource.
Tails wants to know, can Zero satisfy her bloodlust if the enemies crumble to dust instead? Thinking. Not enough blood.
Can't believe how smote that Minotaur is. Alright, we got a new... got someone with basic archery, so now we have extra... Shouldn't have done that. That's why I shouldn't have done that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this many heroes definitely lags out the game, though.
The dust, from dust to dust, I guess. Javier says, I mean, dust or not, they're still gonna die.
This is... At least... Sir? I have a request. Don't? What did you say? Thank goodness. Definitely using the spell with you.
Also, here's the thing about bloodlust. You don't have to die to satiate bloodlust. It's not called die lust.
I don't like this die lust.
Ew, what's that thing?
Oh, here we go. Getting beaten up by hoodlums.
Hoodlums.
Well, that sure is 100 hoodlums. We'll start shooting them. Nice.
The way the barbarians skitter around. They're just so into it. They're like cheering and flexing their muscles and then like scampering about the map.
Gosh dang it.
Tails was like, don't like that, Zero. Don't like they can live as long as they bleed implication. I can't believe Tails would rather people die than just bleed. I was asked today, is it okay to add scars to Pokemon characters? Like to indicate that they've been in battles or that they like almost died. And I was just like scratching my head like, why would that not be okay? Like, if anything, I would be more worried about actually depicting the almost deaths or like critical hits than like the scars of. In fact, I'm actually surprised that my characters don't have more scars, you know? Like, how did I get through all of JVN and I don't think any of them have scars? What have I been doing with my life? I certainly put them into situations where they could get scars.
Zero, I failed. I haven't given my characters enough scars.
I think it's because when I design characters, when I have characters with scars, the scars are usually like an indication of like story beats that I haven't thought of yet, but like I want to say they've been through a lot, so I just like add them in. They're usually like retroactive storytelling sort of dealio. So the fact that I'm like currently telling a story, it doesn't occur to me that I can then like halfway through change the design of a character to have a scar.
Will I have a character gain a scar before Zero does?
Will you?
Will I?
Is that in the works?
It might be.
You're like really early on in a lot of your stories, so you could plan for that. My problem right now is I've like realized this shortcoming of mine, but I'm like literally at the last act of the story.
How long does it take for more dudes to get summoned?
I don't know.
There we go. We at least have one more. There really should have
Cool.
been 6.
They said it should take less than a week, right? Because if it takes a week, then you might as well have just sat there and knocked the thing down yourself.
Go.
Which is why when you if you look at the one of my April Fools entries for JVN, when it's like a time skip to like 5 years later or whatever, some of the characters do have scars, or at least I think Firedog might be the only one. I can't remember if I gave any to Sir Francis, but it's because, you know, time passed and I want to like show something different, and that's just my go-to is just to add scars on the characters. But yeah, it used to be my favorite way to like spruce up a design. In fact, the Zero the Red Wolf avatar that I use has a scar, which doesn't have a story. It's like I got an item in Gaia Online that I think was like a scar on an eye, and you can like put it on either where like different places on you, and I chose to put it like under the eye, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And I always thought, oh, I should like come up with a thing that she got that from. I think eventually I did come up with a reason, but she gets like it like doesn't make sense because it's from like a gunshot, but like how would that not kill her if she gets like shot in the face, you know? But
Shot in the eye. So here, it got better.
it got better. There was no sign of the ghostly woman until the earth elementals brought down the tower in the thundering crash. It wasn't until I passed through the rubble that she appeared floating before me. I looked nervously around at my soldiers, wondering how they would take such an image, but apparently I was the only one who could see her. So, now can we talk about the crystal pendulum? I said. Do you still mistrust me, Genie? She asked. The name is Solimer Ibn Wali Barad, I answered, avoiding the question. And I am Dyrafina. Okay, beautiful name, I said politely. So... Did you point out that he says it politely because he doesn't think it actually is? So, what can you teach me about the crystal pendulum? She wagged a long finger at me and said, not yet. It seems that we have not yet earned each other's trust. So I must insist that you help me first. Maybe I'll leave and not bother with you. If you think you have that luxury, perhaps you can return after the Immortal One has enslaved the world, Derafina said. She knew too much about what was going on. She knew I was desperate for a way to defeat the crystal pendulum. She had all the control, and from the gloating expression on her face, she was enjoying it too. Very well. What do you want of me? I asked. All I ask, Solimer Ibn Wali Balrad, is for you to rescue me. Rescue my body from its prison, so that I can be whole again. Is that so bad? I shrugged. I knew I would regret it someday, but now was not the time to argue. Okay.
Yeah. Hold the phone. When did I get this town? This town can actually
Order. This town's called Order. Hey, Lyra, where's your town at? Oh, it's Order.
Not quite where I would have thought you were gonna go with that.
Oh.
Nothing here? I'm confused.
Confusion.
Well, anyways, it's been 15 minutes more than the 15 minutes you were gonna stream for. So this seems like a good place, Denny, to end it off, don't you agree?
Alright. Sounds good. At least we got one thing done. Solimer took down that gate? What was it?
It was gate. Gate tower.
A gate tower thing, and made friends with a ghost lady.
Oh, friends is a strong word.
I see dead people.
Joyous.
But yeah.
Also, we set our foot in 3 whole campaigns today.
Nice. Wow.
It's much better than the one stream we've been doing so far.
Well, let's see if we can keep the ball rolling, eh?
Yeah, I think this is the 7th one. So there's only one more after this.
Nice.
And I
You're
think,
doing great, Lyra.
and I think both of them are decently short.
I feel like the story's picking up a little, which is a little odd that, like, it feels like it's picking up when it's about to end, and they're, like, both short. It's almost like, why didn't we start here?
Because we had to get the backstories of them.
But it's like, it would have been nice if the backstory parts were, like, a little shorter, you know? Like, what was all that stuff with, Landrus? Right? It's like, why was that, like, the big mission? Why couldn't we have had, like...
I think it's because it was mission 5. I really feel like that was going to be the last mission, and that's why it feels bloated and heavy, and then it's like, oh, we have 3 more mission scenarios of plot.
Yeah, it's just, like, really... It doesn't work well with the story, you know? Like, because it doesn't include Solimer at all. It's like... I guess, like, Magnus is there, but the whole thing with Solimer seems to be, like, setting up that he would betray Magnus eventually, but it doesn't even get there until after the big finale one in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be super fun.
Super duper fun?
I wouldn't count on it. Because if we count on it, it probably won't happen. But because they're short, next week may be the finale.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That's exciting.
Yeah. But before that, tomorrow we're gonna be playing some more Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke with Tails.
Ewows.
And we're gonna be trying to beat up as many gyms in one stream as we can.
Marathon time.
How many do you think we can beat up to 0?
I think you can get at least 6.
Oh, 0 places her bet at least 6.
If you get all of them, I'm gonna be very impressed.
Yay, I like being impressed.
No, I'm gonna be impressed. You're gonna be impressive.
And next Thursday, what are we doing on Thursday, 0?
Thursday, you're going to get bullied some more.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
So on Saturday, we're going to go bully the Kanto region. And then on Thursday, Planet Zebs is gonna bully me.
Mm-hmm.
But this time
It's gonna be fun.
This time I have my trusty map and won't get caught in dead ends with nothing in them for like 30 minutes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I do think the lack of a map was the real like hard thing, because like a lot of rooms are like copy paste, so it's like it's hard to tell where you've been, and also how hard, like, it's a very empty map for how big it is. Like Zero Mission definitely really fills it out with a lot of other stuff to get, because you'll just be like you'll just like run through it and it's like, this entire giant section had literally nothing in it, and this other giant section there's like this part where there's like 8 doors to go in, and like 5 of them have literally nothing, and they're not like short distances, they're like big areas with literally nothing in them. I don't know, 4 of them are like that. 2 of them have like a few, like maybe like 3 missile upgrades, so nothing very impressive, and they just loop into each other. One is just like a, it's like a short distance and it's a health upgrade, so it's like inexpensive, and then only one way leads to actually important stuff.
I guess it was a simpler time back then. You could spend more time just like memorizing a map that doesn't exist.
It's also a lot more, it's a lot bigger and more complicated than, say, the Zelda 1 map. But so it's even more complicated than other things of the time. But anyways, yeah. Tomorrow, Kanto gyms. Thursday, I get bullied some more. Probably cry. And Friday, be trying to find the sod of the gourds, sword of the gods, and stab Magnus with it, because gotta get stabby. Yeah. So hope to see you all then. Thanks
For
everyone.
watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you all had lots of fun, and I'll see you all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.